hope you don't mind. I'm taping this for my wife. She wants to hear
Okay.
this.
Absolutely. Look, there is something in here that is sort of like very hiding, very hidden. Like
Yeah.
this individual right
Yes.
here. There is a lot of things going on.
Right.
So for me, there is another thing here. But this color seems to be predominant here.
Right.
I wouldn't put a black frame because or anything dark like this, because when you see the corner, it's good. But by the time that you put it all around, considering how much breathing space I have, then I'm making it something too heavy. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Ones we were initially looking at.
all right, those are the ones that we're considering. Okay, but for instance, I want to show you something that seems to be softer to this. But when you put it, then this doesn't look very harsh. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So for me, those are the things to consider, because what we are considering is the final look.
Right.
We don't want it heavy. Look what happens. I'm going to put one that is not a black, it's got some shades in it.
Okay.
Can you see it? Now, if you think that in the corner it's heavy, wait until I put it all around.
Right.
You know? Now, there are other ways that are kind of like, these are the most minimal frames because these are kind of like 3/8 wide, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we was to put this, that's what you're looking at. You know, kind of a very minimal. This is going to have a space there, and we're going to reattach this, hinge it again,
Yeah.
right? I want to give you a different take.
Okay.
This is the fun part, by the way. Let me see if I.
That's Mary there.
Look. You see how this sort of plays with bunch of other tones, and it blends here a little bit.
Yeah.
I tend to like that. Okay, I tend to like that because you sort of this goes with the brushes that you have all around.
Yeah.
But that's all it does. It doesn't sort of invade it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I sort of go assessing my balances and proportions.
Okay.
This is got a little, it's the same one, but it has a little bevel here. You know? Now, they're both, if you look at it, they're both the same. All right? I find this to be pretty good contender, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what is different? One is just a
One
little
it
gold,
has-
kind of
This
goldish.
is a square. No, they're both
same color.
same color.
Oh, okay.
They both pretty much look the same.
I see.
This one has a little bevel,
I see.
and this one is just square flat. This is, I think, is kind of nice. You know.
Yeah.
You know. But to me, this sort of complements, but it doesn't invade it. It doesn't do what a heavy.
Yeah.
Now, if I have this wider, then you can play with anything because the complement is from a little afar, you know?
Yeah.
So you just sort of throwing stones from the other side of the street, you know? But this is like right there.
We're kind of thinking of a space for it that we don't want it to be much bigger. So
No, I get you. And,
Yeah.
I'm just describing.
no, I understand. But I mean,
What I'm assessing.
ordinarily, you would recommend more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, but look, another inch
Yeah.
makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, to show, you know, another inch to show.
Sure.
And that's normally my approach. You know, when people tells me I want a very little, I try to hold my line on 2 inches, especially when they are large.
Right.
Because what you're seeing right next to you, once you put it afar and you look at it, in reality, it's a whole. It's very little.
Yeah.
Now let's not forget that the frame is going to eat a quarter of an inch of that. All frames do. So out of this, look at how much in there. By the time I put it in the frame, you know,
Yeah.
it takes a while. So a lot of people did this in the past, but for me, it's you know, I'll work with it. It's not my cup of tea.
So now, but we can go for a bigger mat, right?
We could.
Yeah.
I'm just. I say. That's the way I found it.
Yeah. Well, this is why we wanted to see you.
Okay. Oh, I thought that. No, I thought that this is what you guys want to run with. If
Well,
that's
no.
what you guys want to run with,
We wanted to hear exactly this, the conversation about what's best, and you know, we have room for it to grow a little if we need it to grow, so that can
Okay.
happen. Now, would you recommend the same color if you were doing it?
why? If I have now I have 50 avenues to make it pretty air.
Right.
So not necessarily.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Okay.
Because when you open that up, man, we can do all kinds of things with it if you open that up. So why don't you savor this for a second?
Okay.
Let me go take a look.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.